This video is showing you how to line up the top of your hat with the crown of your hat. You need the four corners to match. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold your top in half, just like that. And then you have three choices. You can either mark these two edges with a marking pen or pencil. This is disappearing ink, water-soluble ink, so this will go away with air and water. This will go away with water. You can choose to make tiny, tiny clips there, or you can choose to mark it with a pin, okay? I'm going to choose to do tiny, tiny clips. So, I'm gonna do a tiny, tiny clip here, clip. Tiny, tiny clip on this side, clip. Now I unfold this. Here are my two clips. I'm going to, you can kind of see the clip there. I'm gonna match my clips up now. Fold it over again. I'm gonna do the same thing on these other two sides now. So now I have my four corners marked. Tiny, tiny clip, tiny, tiny clip. Okay, so now this hat piece, all four corners are marked. Now let's do this one. These two ends are already marked by being your seam allowances, so you don't need to mark those. What you need to do instead is match them up. So you open this so that these match. I'm going to line up my two seams. Okay, see how they're lined up? Now that they're lined up, I can mark these corners, okay? So this top is what I'm matching to this, but I'm going to match this bottom to this piece later, so I'm gonna mark both ends right now. But this is what you're marking here. So these two, you already know. So I'm gonna do a tiny clip on this end, tiny clip on that end. That'll help me match up to the top of my hat. Now I'm doing a tiny clip over here and a tiny clip on this side, because that's gonna help me later to match up to the bottom of my hat. Okay, now my four edges are all marked, dot, dot, dot. I'm going to put that on the hat. So here's how you do that. You want right sides together. So here's a right side, here's a right side. This is a wrong side, this is wrong side. We're gonna sew right sides together. So I need to match up all my little clips to my other clips with the right sides touching. Here's one, gonna put right here, and I'm gonna pin it. I stab down, I bend backwards, I stab in. Let's go to the other one. Here's my next clip. So I'm gonna match it with this clip. Okay. I pin, I stab down, I turn back, stab out. Here's my next edge, so I match it up with my next clip. Line those right up. Gonna pin, I stab down, I turn it over, stab up. Last one, here's my last clip here. Here's my last clip here. I'm gonna match up those clips and pin.
After school students, in a few minutes at 4:45, please head.
As I was saying before an announcement interrupted me, now I have my four corners matched up. I'm going to take the rest of my hat, I'm gonna kind of stretch it so that I can pin the rest of the places, okay? I'm gonna pin it in a few more places so that it'll be easy to sew. I kind of stretch it out, I make sure that the edges match, then I pin, okay? Pin, pin. I can do it over here. I'll stretch it out, stretch a little bit, make sure that my edges are matching. This one is harder, then I pin. It will be tricky, so don't get discouraged. But take your time, it's okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna go around and put in one more round of pins in between all these other pins. And I'll come back when that's done. I'm back. I put in all those pins. Now you can see there are pins all around. I either missed this one or I wanna add one more. But don't be afraid of having too many pins. You can never have too many. Okay, see how this is the wrong side of the fabric? This is the wrong side. When I look in here, right side to right side. Okay, that's what it should look like. Now you are ready to sew the top.